live.
gave
We're
me a
rolling.
hard time like that when I was on the phone. I'd say, listen, $500 and a plane ticket, and I'll take care of everything for you guys permanently. Okay.
No, the thing is okay. So we were talking about. I had a job. I didn't know it was going to be a sex job. Actually, let me just. I'm going to be transparent. Sex has ruined my life. Like my whole life has been some type of me falling into some type of thing that ended up being a sex thing. Like I didn't even know. Like I answered one job in LA where I was supposed to be designing websites. And I go to this guy's house. He's a freaking pirate at the Renaissance fair. So he's like practicing in his backyard with a whip, and he's literally got a parrot bird on his shoulder, and he's like trying to whip like corns of cob and crap, you know? So I get there and I'm like, hey, I'm a web designer and I understand there's a job here. And he's like, yeah, well, check out blop.com. And this other website we got is called moojiboojiebooji.com and ikikikiki.com. And I'm like, oh, these are porn sites. So I was actually excited. I was like, oh, this is great. I actually get paid to work on pornographic website. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Until about, I give it a week. And I was like, this is ridiculous, dude. I'm hanging out with the devil right now. Like I don't want to be looking at porn all damn day. So that was one crazy job I got in LA. Another crazy job, I answered an ad. It just said customer service representative. That's it. I mean, that's not going to be nothing. A customer service representative. You're going to answer the phones, right? So I go, and it turns out to be literally the corporate office for Girls Gone Wild. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you don't know what that is nice. Anyway, no, if you don't know what it is a thing that was happening in the 90s. Girls Gone Wild was a big deal. So I got this job, and what was interesting about this job was, again, customer service representative. So my job was to answer the phone as the calls came in, and the calls were from all these guys that were upset. These guys were infuriated. They were livid because their credit card had been being charged for a year. You know, they ordered something that was supposed to be free. Then it turned out to cost money. Then it turned out to be a subscription, and they weren't cheap. I mean, at that time, I think those video packages were like $34, which, you know, you may be a baller and you may be like, $34, that's nothing. Well, $34 every month for a year, and you didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? And it just keeps showing up in your box, and you've already told your girlfriend or significant other that you canceled it, and then it shows up again, and she finds it. She puts it under the bed because she doesn't want to have a confrontation, but then the next one comes, and now she's got to bring it up, and now she's got to tell you how long she's known that you've been hiding this porn underneath the bed. Oh, my gosh. So these guys were livid. They were ready to just scalp George Washington. Like, that's how mad they were. My job was to talk them out of it. All the customer service representatives. So we'd be like, listen, Mr. Johnson, I know you don't want this smut in your mailbox anymore, but we're going to go ahead and send you 8 more copies, okay? And then we're not going to charge you after that. After that, we're done. We won't charge you ever again. We promise you that. But right now, we're going to send you 8 more, okay? You're going to have 8 more. And the guys would always go, do not send me any more crap in my mail. And I'd say the 2 key words, just so you guys know, you can use these 2 key words in any conversation, in any argument. The 2 key words were college girls. And the guys would go, oh, so this is the last order? There'll be no more after this one, man. But this one, after this, there's no more. And I would always say, yes, this is actually what we call the best of the best collection. The best of the best? The best of the best? And after that, no more, right? Yeah, after that, sir, there'll be no more except the other 8 we're going to send you. Hey, if you've ever had a discouraging job or a job that you felt like was something that would be worthy to talk about on our show, send us an email. I'd love to hear about other kinds of jobs that people had, because I had more jobs than that I got fired from. But I just thought that was interesting. As I looked back on my life, I thought, you know, there's a lot of sexual stuff that happened in my life that didn't really suck, but it was what it was. All right, man. It's the Ace Michael Show. Today I'm talking to a young man, not about sex, but we're going to talk about something that's better than sex. So stop what you're doing, grab grandma, let everybody come into the room and listen to this one, because we're going to talk about something that's better than sex. Welcome to the show today. My good friend, Mr. Brian Arnold, is with us today. Brian Arnold, welcome to the Ace Micheals Show.
Thank you, Ace. Oh, that's quite an introduction. I hope I'm not a part of that one.
No. Well, you never know. I don't know what you're up to. Hey, you're a spry guy. You could be, who knows what you got hidden in the bat cave. You know?
Yeah.
So, Brian, you're here today to talk to us about a business opportunity you got going, right? It's a business, right?
Yes, it is. It's a business, but it's dealing with health. And so it's kind of like if you want to help people and if you care about people, and so I consider myself to be a natural health messenger.
Okay.
And so I picked up on this a couple of months back.
Nice.
But it was all dealing with energy. And I got introduced to this gentleman, and it was very interesting to meet him because I was actually his mentor 30 years ago in a networking business. And so I bumped into him. It's like 1 in 8 billion chance. I bumped into him in a mall in Las Vegas, Nevada, of all things, and he's from Canada. And we knew each other, and he introduced me to this concept of radiation, the EMF radiations of our cell phones today. We all know that everybody's got a cell phone, and a cell phone, there's what they call dirty energy also.
Whoa, you can't just come on my show and just talk about dirty energy like that. What's the matter with you?
Well, there's clean energy and there's dirty energy, okay?
Well, you just made a lot of people wreck their cars.
Yeah. Well, but this is a different kind of dirty energy.
Woo!
You see, this dirty energy is coming from EMF radiation from our cell phones.
Oh, really now? Okay.
Yeah, and from computers, from any kind of technology. It's invisible to the natural eye. You can't see it, but it's penetrating through our bodies all the time. And so, we have like 5G today, which is fifth generation technology, and all this technology and nanotechnology is invisible, but they consider it to be dirty energy because we can't see it, but it's polluting our bodies. It literally goes right through our body. The vibrations that I'm carrying on talking with you about right now are energy, and they're vibrations, and there's frequencies going through our bodies all the time. There's radio waves going through here, there's TV waves going through here, there's all kinds of radiation waves, microwave ovens.
I was just going to say microwaves, but
yeah.
You beat me to it.
Okay, so these are very dangerous, but we just don't pay any attention to them. We don't realize, but they are actually going through our body, affecting our physiology. And it affects our bodies in a very negative way. It affects our mindset, all of these things. And the cell phones zap our energy. We do energy testing. And I can do an energy test with anyone, and instantly I can prove to you that your cell phone is zapping all your energy right out of you. And in fact, a lot of guys will carry their cell phone in their pocket.
Right.
And when they carry the cell phone in their pocket all the time, this will affect the testosterone in their bodies and affect them with a lot of the ED, erectional dysfunction.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
this is serious.
Yes, it's very serious stuff. And we've never had such...
You don't come on my show and throw those two letters around either.
Well, I'm trying to just warn you and let you know the realities.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So let me tell you my testament. I will attest to what you're saying, because I do see a lot of people carry their cell phones in their pockets, like their pocket that goes over their heart.
Yes.
I don't do that because I believe, at least 50%, I believe what you're saying. So I don't carry mine in my pocket.
Yeah.
But I carry my phone, if I'm going to carry it at all, I put it in my back pocket of my pants.
Yes.
And it's usually on the right side. And so I'm not saying that I want you to inspect this while you're in the studio, but for those people who know me and see me, you'll notice that my right booty cheek is a little flatter than my left booty cheek. And I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to make jokes. This is a scientific thing. What I'm thinking is happening is my cell phone. My cell phone is draining my butt cheek on the right side.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, that side is a little flabbier than the left side.
Yeah.
And it's only been since maybe since the pandemic when I got my new iPhone.
Yeah.
And so I put it in my back pocket. Does that make sense to you, Brian? Or is that
it makes sense. I can't prove anything scientifically. We can't.
I hope you don't.
You know, we can't prove anything in that sense. But anyway, these
Brian said, "But anyway."
Yeah, radiation is very, very serious, and so we have what is called quantagrams.
He didn't want to say that I might actually have radiation happening on my butt cheek.
Yeah, well, there's been.
He's a professional.
Yeah, well, there's people who have had disintegrated. Their hip has literally been disintegrated and had to have a hip replacement. And the lady who said that, she said she has carried her phone for 20 years in that same spot. And she said suddenly things started to disintegrate and that hip just kind of, and I'm not trying to put fear out there. That's not what we're promoting.
Well, you put some out there, buddy. That feared me.
Well, but what, people who
I'm
carry...
scared as hell.
Yeah, well, people who carry their phone over their heart all the time, it can create heart problems.
Yeah.
The ticker can start to get thrown out of whack. Ladies who carry the phone in their bra. And there's been recordings of that. So there's
a breasts like that.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of stuff to become aware of, but really it's zapping our energy. You come home after 8 hours and you've been on the computer all day, it's going to zap your energy. You're totally wiped out like a sack of potatoes. You want to just fall in there and go to sleep because of these EMF radiation waves. Well, the good news is, that's the bad news. First,
that's the bad news.
The bad news. Now,
good. I couldn't imagine it getting any bleaker than that.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more things involved, but radiation, just Google it and check it out. I mean, there's wars going on about all of this right now. So it's very, very serious stuff. And so this company, Quantum Lifestyle, has come up with, it's based off of the old concept of acupuncture. And that's been around for thousands of years now, acupuncture. But this is called acupressure. And acupressure is different than acupuncture, but it's got the same fundamental basics. If you have nerve problems in your body and you've got pain, for example, lower pain, back aches, knee, leg problems, any kind of aches and pains, sciatica, a lot of people will go to an acupuncturist and get acupuncture done. So that's $150 every time you go there, and it's good. And now what's happening is acupuncturists are actually using a combination of acupuncture along with these acupressure. This company has produced an acupressure, do-it-yourself acupressure kit. And it comes in these little quantagrams. They're about the size of a nickel, 5 cents. And you can put them on your body right on where the pain is. If it's on your wrist, you can put it on your wrist. If it's on your back, so it's called relief, pain relief.
So now I'm going to interject here. So you can put them on your body.
Yes.
For example, wherever you're experiencing pain, pain in your wrist, pain in your foot, joint pain. What about your boss? What about your ex? What about your kids? Sometimes can you put them on your kids if they're pain? You can be like, yo, dog.
Yeah.
You just need to put this over your mouth for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll be good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I may commit a homicide.
Yeah.
Just know that. I know you're 3.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Right.
Just saying. Put this on your mouth.
Yeah.
And get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll
Take
work
that
for
peanut butter
that
with you.
well. I mean, like if they ever managed to do that, you'd be a billionaire overnight. But
Yeah, because there are some politicians I'd like to put that shit on
yes,
too.
yes,
Like,
yes,
look, wear this and leave me alone.
yes,
Stop sending me vote things and stop sending me donation requests.
yes,
So this is a real thing. Like this you've done this yourself? This
Yes.
worked on your pain?
yes. It has. I was a professional acrobat with Huber Castle International Shrine Circus when I was a young man.
I think you know a person. Wow. You were a
and-
professional acrobat, Brian?
Yes,
Oh my God.
with Shrine Circus.
Anything else, Brian? You've been holding out on us? You were a mafia trained card shark.
Yeah.
You were a professional acrobat.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, no, I can't divulge anything else. When I was 17, I was just a young man, and I got into the circus and was very strong and very athletic. And I fell 60 feet, and I hit the net. And I bounced out of the net, and I landed on a net peg, and it slammed on my hip. And so I had very serious hip pain, but I wouldn't take any drugs other than cocaine. No, I'm just teasing. But I wouldn't
He's
take any.
probably not
Yeah,
teasing.
yeah, I wouldn't take any drugs because I didn't like the side effects of how I felt. So I've suffered with that pain for a lot of years. And we don't make claims that this will heal you, but it will definitely reduce the inflammation in your body, because where pain is, where there's been a fracture, I had a fractured hip, and that has created inflammation. But when you apply these simple little quantigrams to that location on your nervous system, it will reduce the inflammation on it. And also, I use them in my shoes all the time. You can put them in your shoes, and because your nervous system is like 12 extension cords. And these extension cords are in your body, and they fray out into all the different areas of your body, and that's where pain can come in through your nervous system. And so when you put these in the soles of your feet and in the bases of your shoes, all the nerve endings end at the end of your hands and the palm of your hands and at the base of your feet. So if you put these quantigrams in your shoes, they will carry the energy that's in the quantigrams. So you ask, well, what kind of energy is this? This energy is based on the ground, earth energy, grounding, and also on herbs. There's special herbs. So we have one for sleep. If people can't sleep, there's a herb that'll help put you to sleep. But they have put that grounding into this quantigram, and now it can stay on there permanently if you want it, and put it in your shoes. I always use the one with energy in my shoes. So whenever I put my shoes on and I go out for the day, I've got a lot of energy. Now, these have all been tested for the last 15, 20 years by world-class athletes like Michael Jordan and some of the world's best in the world. There's a gentleman whose name is John, I'm trying to remember his last name now, but he was a world-class, he won several gold medals as a world-class trainer, a world-class athlete himself, and he used these quantigrams for himself off the start, and he was in kickboxing and so on, and then he became a coach for some of these world-class athletes, and they competed in the World Olympics, and one of his athletes won something like 6 or 7 gold medals, and they were using these quantigrams like this, and it gives you an edge because you got a little more energy, and you only have to win by 0.01 to win.
Right,
and if some little thing will give you an edge, I mean, a racehorse running in a race only needs to win by a nose, not by a whole length.
Right.
And so it's just that small edge in the marketplace. I say that this gives you an edge, gives you a better rest. It gives you pain relief. It gives you more energy. We've got one quantigram that's called Release, which helps people who are in addictions. They might be addicted to drugs or alcohol or cigarettes. And you can wear this on your nervous system. There's a whole book on exactly where to do it. Like I said, it's like acupuncture, but this is acupressure. So it has no pain. You can shower in it. It'll be on your body for about 5 days. It'll eventually fall off because of the oil in your body, but yet you can shower with them on and everything. Eventually they'll fall off. You get 36 of these quantagrams, which will last you for months. And it isn't like going and getting acupuncture. Acupuncture is when they put pins in your body, pins and needles in your body, and the vibration from these pins and needles are kind of like little antennas, and they're picking up energy, and it's going down into your body, into your energy field in your body where that pain is, or why you can't sleep, or you want more energy. This is moving energy around in your body. So it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around, but they've sold tens of millions of dollars of this product now over the last 15 years. It's been tried and proven and tested. It works amazing. They've got another one called Intelligence. And this intelligence doesn't necessarily make you smarter, but it causes you to be focused with concentration. Golfers love it. Golfers like it because they can focus and concentrate and drive that ball maybe a little bit further. They're more accurate with it. And so you can, again, wear this intelligence in your soles of your shoes. And so that gives you an edge in the marketplace again. Then there's another one called Pleasure. And Pleasure is the one that resolves the ED problems. And they've actually had situations where for menstrual cycles for ladies. Also, it helps with that. And they've had ladies who couldn't get pregnant, and they have put these on, and within 2 or 3 months, they got pregnant. So this really helps and resolves a lot of issues. And the final one is called Fit, and it helps you to get yourself in shape and keep you fit. And then there's an energy card that you can carry. I carry the card in my pocket all the time beside my hip, and it just is an energy there that displaces all the pressure that builds up in you from a lot of the boy, I'm looking for the word. You're going to have to edit this part. Inflammation.
I'm not going to edit
inflammation. The inflammation in your body. When you put that on, it reduces that inflammation, reduces the pain, and that's really what is helping a lot.
And that's what's up.
Yeah.
So time is never a friend of ours on the show, so we're going to run out of time.
Okay.
So you guys, you get this, right? You guys understand. You have Instagram. Now you're going to get quantagrams. It's not that complicated. Okay. So Brian, how do we reach you on the WW if we want to pleasantly stalk you for this information? We want to be followers, subscribers, likers. You know, what do we need to do?
Just go to www.kpsolvers.com/wholeness.
Nice.
WHOLENESS. So it's kpsolvers.com/wholeness.
And this stuff is for real, guys. This is not some like Pfizer or Moderna type
No.
BS. This is like a real thing that's going to help you.
Just go check the website out.
There you go. So, hey, man, it's the Ace Michael Show. My good friend Brian Arnold with us on the show today. Quantagrams. You got Instagram. Might as well get quantagrams. That's what's up, guys. And you know what